There is always controversy in the hip-hop scene. And this time, Papoose, Remy, Eazy, and Clarissa are the main subjects. Shields' Papoose allegedly caught Remy in a moment of compromise with Eazy. Additionally, repercussions have severely damaged their marriage. Divorce rumors are currently circulating like wildfire. As if that weren't enough, rumors have it that Papoose is already seeing Clarissa, the boxing champion he has been connected to for months. Could one of the most famous couples in hip-hop actually be ending? Insiders are discussing, fans are split, and receipts are coming to light. We're going to dissect everything because the streets are demanding answers, from heartache and betrayal to startling new beginnings. This story has it all, so fasten your seatbelt. Love, loyalty, lies, and final retaliation. Let's examine the scandal that is now rocking the hip-hop industry. Although there have always been tales of treachery, devotion, and startling comebacks in the hip-hop industry, Papoose and Remy's story has always been unique. They were revered by fans for years as the epitome of ride or die. Their tale of love was one of tenacity and fortitude, serving as a reminder that genuine love could endure in a field full of turbulence and temptations. Remy was restrained by Papoose throughout her jail term, and their relationship appeared to be indestructible when she returned home. They created a legacy that many people admired by being partners in business and music in addition to being lovers. However, history has demonstrated that no partnership is impervious to storms, and no kingdom is impervious to fissures in hip-hop circles. Rumors started to circulate that Remy and Eazy, the Block Captain, were becoming closer than they had anticipated. Industry insiders stated that what had begun as informal discussions and professional collaborations had taken on a more serious tone, and they began to see the two together more frequently, not just at events, but also in private locations where cameras weren't meant to be. Fans first wrote off the conjecture as being just another online rumor, even though Remy and Papoose's marriage had endured worse. The rumors gradually became more widespread when sources said that Papoose entered the room when Remy and Eazy were in a vulnerable position on the bed. It was a startling turning point. The hip-hop community was rocked by the assertion alone. The betrayal was more painful than words could convey for someone like Papoose, who has always been the epitome of devotion and fidelity. Those with knowledge of the matter said that the revelation totally destroyed his trust. Papoose has dedicated his life for years to upholding and defending Remy. However, it is said that this particular instance tore that foundation apart. The fallout was devastating, according to reports. The couple got into heated disputes, and Papoose quickly called his legal team. Divorce papers were reportedly being prepared, according to insiders, indicating that this was not simply another small argument, but rather the potential end of an era. The timing of the incident was even more startling. Only a few months prior, the pair had been spotted celebrating their union, grinning together, and posing for pictures at gatherings. Now, fans questioned if the betrayal had been recent enough for an otherwise solid marriage to fall apart, or whether it had all been an old act. Behind the scenes, the couple's friends characterized Papoose as distraught yet resolute. This went beyond a marital dispute. It has to do with respect, loyalty, and public perception. Being the devoted husband who supported his queen no matter what was the cornerstone of Papoose's brand. It was more than simply sad to suddenly be the man who was deceived in public. It was embarrassing. Furthermore, embarrassment in the hip-hop community can occasionally be more painful than grief. However, was just one aspect of the narrative. Another startling development surfaced as the divorce rumors gained momentum. According to reports, Papoose was preparing a new chapter with the unbeaten boxing champion, Clarissa Shields. Clarissa, also referred to as the GWAT, the best boxing lady of all time, had previously been connected to Papoose in rumors, but no hard evidence had ever been found out now. The murmurs became news stories due to the divorce rumors between him and Remy. According to others, Papoose and Clarissa had been cultivating a close friendship for years. Based on admiration for one another's perseverance and hard work, others thought that Remy's supposed betrayal was the catalyst for their more recent relationship. In the case, fans couldn't stop discussing how Papoose may be leaving so fast. Additionally, the hip-hop industry feeds on drama because of influential people like Clarissa Shields, and the ideal storm was this controversy. In addition to their treachery, heartache, and divorce, there was also the potential for a startling new romance. Supporters swiftly chose sides. Some defended Remy, claiming that the Eazy rumors were false or overblown. Others fully supported Papoose, arguing that he deserved more because of his years of devotion and commitment. Clarissa mainly kept quiet, which only served to increase rumors about whether she and Papoose were actually in a love relationship or whether Papoose was using her name to get attention and influence. He was finished with Remy and prepared to move on, even if the story was obvious, according to people close to him. The choice was made to preserve his serenity and dignity after everything he had put into his marriage. Not only to avoid betrayal, he couldn't accept being treated with such contempt in public. Divorce filing was more than simply an emotional choice. It was a declaration that even the most devoted man has boundaries. Furthermore, betrayal may cause even the strongest of loves to crumble. Remy and Papoose's personal lives were not the only things affected by the alleged treachery. It had an impact on the whole hip-hop scene. Their union was hailed as the model of fidelity for many years. Papoose's endurance, Remy's commitment as a parent, and his unwavering encouragement of her profession during her prison term transformed their love story into a beacon of hope. Papoose's steadfast devotion was frequently praised by fans, particularly ladies, who referred to him as the epitome of hip-hop husbands. Because of this, the couple were not the only ones harmed by this incident. It destroyed a perception that the general people had grown to hold. Many people wrote off the rumors about Remy's relationship with Eazy The Block Captain as idle gossip when they initially surfaced. However, skepticism developed when further encounters were recorded, when rumors circulated that Papoose had captured them in a private moment on the bed. Social media went crazy. Remy's reputation as a strong, devoted wife vanished overnight, and she was now seen as having deceived the guy who stood up for her when others questioned her. When it comes to loyalty, the hip-hop fan is harsh. Timelines were overrun with memes. Fans argued about who was right, who was wrong, and whether the rumors were accurate in the comment sections, which became battlefields. Some ardent Remy followers said the report was overblown and that Remy had not personally verified anything. Others, however, were unable to ignore the quiet. Eazy and Remy didn't make any firm denials. Additionally, silence frequently speaks louder than words in the realm of celebrity controversies. As the tension increased, Papoose took action. There were rumors that he had formally ended their marriage by filing for divorce. This served as confirmation to supporters that a disastrous event had occurred behind the scenes. Papoose was never one to make hasty decisions. His extreme action implied that the betrayal was too severe to mend. But just as many believed they had moved past the crisis, another twist made headlines. According to rumors, Papoose was seeing Clarissa Shields. Being in the spotlight was nothing new to the boxing champion. Clarissa, who is regarded as one of the best female fighters of all time, established her empire with perseverance, self-control, and resolve. Her reputation as an unbeaten, fierce fighter elevated her to a status beyond athletics. Fans were astounded by the notion that she was romantically associated with Papoose. Some praised the pairing, referred to them as a power couple in the making. However, Detractors speculated that Papoose's alleged friendship with Clarissa may have been developing even before the divorce drama, accusing him of moving on too swiftly. For her part, Clarissa did not categorically refute or validate the rumor. Her mysterious social media posts about strength, devotion, and self-worth only served to fan the flames. Every Instagram post, tweet, was regarded by fans as a subliminal clue about her connection with Papoose. The rumors put her in the middle of the storm. Whether they were genuine or not, the storyline was harsh for Remy Ma. The court of public opinion had already started rendering its decision, even though she had not yet officially responded to the accusations, as though the love narrative they supported was only a lie. Many fans felt deceived not just for Papoose, but also for themselves. Eazy, the Block Captain, turned into a contentious character in the affair at the same time. Some fans said that by reportedly chasing Remy, he was insulting Papoose. Others contended that Eazy was only caught in the crossfire and that Remy was solely accountable for her conduct. The curiosity and the hip was only heightened by his silence. While being silent during a controversy might occasionally shield you, it can also make the charges seem indisputable, according to sources. The actual divorce processes were heated. According to reports, Papoose desired complete control over his destiny and mental health. He wasn't simply abandoning a marriage, he was taking back his self-respect in public. He was conveying a message by associating himself with Clarissa Shields. Whether on purpose or by accident, he refused to allow treachery to define him. Rather than going backward, he was going ahead. It is impossible to overstate this story's cultural influence. Hip-hop, for years, praised Remy and Papoose as the epitome of a relationship that endures. Fans were reminded that even the most resilient love tales may break down due to secrets and treachery as they witness their public, ugly breakup. It also served as a reminder that loyalty has its boundaries, no matter how strong. Debates on social media continued. Supporters of Team Papoose praised him for defending his rights and declining to remain in a marriage that no longer respected him. Fans of Team Remy urged people to hold off until she gave her version of events, while a smaller but vociferous group questioned why people were making snap decisions when none of the celebrities involved had directly verified anything. Nevertheless, one thing was definite in spite of the uncertainties. Papoose had submitted a divorce petition. The man who had based his identity on devotion had had enough. Whether Clarissa Shields was only an uninvolved spectator featured in the news, or whether she was indeed his next chapter, supporters were aware that Papoose was committed to making progress. Everyone is now curious about Remy Ma's future after reading this article. Will she stand up and defend herself? Or will the story that she betrayed the guy who loved her the most be strengthened by her silence? How does Papoose fare? Is Clarissa the one who will support him throughout this new phase of his life? Or does she simply contribute to the gossip? This is what's obvious. It's possible that the hip-hop community will never view Remy and Papoose in the same light. Once hailed as unbreakable, their love story serves as a warning that even the strongest bonds may break down when betrayal enters the scene. Fans worldwide have been stunned by the tale of Papoose, Remy Ma, Eazy, and Clarissa Shields. However, one thing is certain: nothing in the spotlight remains concealed indefinitely. Love, devotion, treachery, and fortitude. This time, the stakes couldn't be greater as everything is played out for the world to witness. Will Papoose and Clarissa actually move on? Will Remy eventually speak up and share her perspective? Or will there be more startling revelations that none of us anticipated? What are your thoughts? After the alleged treachery, did Papoose have the right to seek a divorce? Or ought he to have put up more of a fight for the marriage he previously held in the highest regard? And do you think Clarissa will actually have a role in his future? Or is the media only stoking the flames? Leave your comments below. Additionally, for more updates on this spectacular drama, remember to like, share, and subscribe.